over behind me somewhere, I have been told by James and Daniel here that it's a castle, a bit of a ruin. I'm not quite sure what they tried to say. Put me in front of an old ruin. I'll try not to take it too personally. But this is in St Andrews, and that is St Andrews Castle. And that's where we're going to be this July for a new episode of My Kind of Town. So if you come from the town, if you've got a view of the town, get any good ideas about the people we could be talking to or the things we could be doing, please get in touch, because My Kind of Town is coming here to St Andrews. So what kind of things do you think about when you come to a town, and what kind of things you're going to have to think about in this town, now that I don't have a dog?
Well, each town that we do has a different look. So sometimes we're in coastal places, sometimes harbours, and St Andrews, as you can see, it'll be lovely. The issue we're going to have with this one is that RAF, or was RAF Lookers, is over that way, so round to your right hand side. So this is all covered by what's called a flight restriction zone, so we're going to have to get drone clearance for this, which makes things ever so slightly more difficult. That's one thing we're going to have to look at. And with the dog, we got things like walking shots, so we've always done walking shots. But obviously, if you don't have a dog, that's going to be slightly more difficult, and we'll have to put a bit of thought into how we do that.
Because the pavements are quite busy around here, aren't they?
The pavements are busy, and when we come back in July, it's going to be full of tourists. So we might have to think about what we do about that.
And we've got a new producer-director.
And we've got a new producer-director.
Shall I say?
But we have to be nice.
We've got to be nice to Hanjin because he's only new.
Yes.
And we don't want to put him off. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, should we just try and create a certain atmosphere of fear and tension?
But if anything goes wrong, we can blame him.
Graeme, what was the second? I forgot again, sorry. Johncock.
Johncock.
Okay. I'm with Graeme Johncock, and now you're going to be one of the contributors in the new programme when we come here. So when I come to St Andrews, what am I going to find when I get here?
You're going to find about 1,500 years of history. I mean, we're standing in the cathedral just now. This was the largest cathedral in Scotland. It took 160 years to build, and it really dominates not just the skyline of the town, it dominates everything about it. You know, this is why the town is here. This is why everything around it comes from.
Did it also have an impact in Scottish history?
This has got one of the biggest impacts on Scottish history, from its early days to its Reformation to, I mean, its flag, the patron of Scotland, St Andrew.
In more modern terms though, and I say modern, we're talking about golf as well, aren't we?
Absolutely, yeah, golf. I mean, after the time of the cathedral and this being the ecclesiastical centre, golf really saved St Andrews. You know, it was going down a slippery slope until the game managed to bring it back.
Was it in the bunker?
It was in the bunker, yeah. Yeah, I think it maybe took a few shots to get out of it.
But it's doing okay now. You've got the university is very old as well. Tell me about that.
Yeah, the university, it's the oldest university in Scotland, so from the early 1400s. And yeah, if you go around the town, you'll find lots of buildings with St Andrews University plaques on them. So it really has, it's the university and golf today are probably the two biggest reasons people come here.
What about the town today? How's it doing, Graeme?
I think it's doing great. I mean, it's thriving. You walk around it almost any time of the year, and it's busy with people at a time that a lot of town centres are not.
Am I going to be able to find any locals?
Yeah, one or two. We'll look out. You know, get past the golf hats and and the looks of wonder, and you might find a couple of dour Scots. Yeah.
Welcome along, Duncan Macdonald.
Thank you very much.
A new producer-director.
Is that what you're calling me?
Well, we'll call you something like that. And behind you, we might call you something different. Right to your face. You'll be our producer-director. So welcome along, and here we are in St Andrews, your very first town on the programme.
Yeah. It is, and it's an honour to be involved in the programme, and all my job is to just build on all the wonderful work you've done in the past.
What do you think you can bring to this? And this is like a TV an interview for a job, isn't it? Sorry.
I wouldn't get the job here. I wouldn't get the job. I don't know. I think there's a looseness to everything, which suits me down to the ground. James.
So loose it might fall apart.
And Daniel makes faces when things fall apart.
Yeah.
If I'm going to be serious about it, it's a genuinely pleasurable thing to be involved in, because there's so much to find out, but there's also, we've got to kind of keep it entertaining, keep it light, and bring out your personality, which I think is in there somewhere, but
well hidden.
I was just thinking that. So that's my main job, is to make you human, Ian.
And not
And
uncomfortable.
not just this TV star
No.
that you are. Humanise you.
So we come here in July.
Yep.
We're going to put this out to sort of social media and other bits and bobs. Who do you want to hear from? What do you want to know?
Well, although I've got hundreds of ideas myself, you understand, I would love to hear from folk that live in the town and kind of can get under the skin of the place, that maybe, because we're just passing through, although we try and stay here as much as we can, that can give us a flavour from the inside. That's what I'd be looking for, but you agree?
Yeah, I'd agree. And they can contact us here on social media and we'll get back to them.
Yeah.